each other and play aggressively.
What kind of in this season, you guys have always kind of raised your games a little bit when you play the top teams in the league. What is it about that motivates you personally and this team to just raise your game more?
I've been an underdog since I got here, and we play tough teams all the time, and it kind of gives already a motivation to take down a top team, and when all guys think like that, special things happen, we just go out there and just really play hard, and when you play hard and play free, sometimes stuff just falls, and sometimes the basketball gods help you out in a way, and I guess it just turns up a level of energy and motivation. These guys want to do more.
Dillon, how do you
get out their comfort zone?
I'm sorry. How do you not let yourself think about being 40 minutes away from the Final Four?
It's hard, especially because none of us have been to a Final Four, and but we've been here before. We played Oklahoma last year in the Elite Eight, and I feel like guys are focused and composed, and I guess just ready to go. You can't look at it until the game is over, and we'll have our time to celebrate and realize that we're 4 teams out of 360 some teams left and playing to get to the national title. But we got to focus on this team who could possibly win it all and get there, and it's one of the stepping stones, and our goal is to win a national championship.
What do you remember about that Oklahoma game?
Buddy Hield.
Yep.
But Elgin played really good D on Buddy Hield, but we just gave them extra shots, and we weren't communicating. We weren't sharing the basketball, as well as we do, and the biggest thing was offensive rebounding, and they had a crowd there, and once Buddy Hield started going, it was hard to stop, and if you let Frank, start getting it going like that, you're gonna be hard to stop, and we just gotta limit them to one shot, and to try to take the crowd out of it, and push on the other end.
When he hit that 3 right before halftime, did part of you just say, okay, it might not be our day?
Honestly, I was crushed. We tried to fight back, and Oklahoma was a great team, and they knew what they were doing, and Buddy Hield was still hot, and Woodard was doing a lot, and Isaiah Cousins was driving and attacking, and we just gotta learn from those things, because Kansas is a similar team, do the same things, and it's a strong team, the #1 seed, and we're gonna come out there and play loose, play a lot of energy, and play with the heart that we've been playing all this March.
Speaking of the crowd, what kind of environment are you expecting tomorrow?
Loud, very loud. Fans gonna be looking at you, just trying to get right in your face, and but we're ready for it. We've been in Arizona, we've been this past Las Vegas, and all the Arizona fans, and we're gonna have our little 600, but we're gonna make plays, and we're gonna take it right to them with just us, always us, and we're gonna have a us against them mentality.
Personally, do you sort of relish in that sort of atmosphere?
Yeah, I love the atmosphere. Bring it right back to Cal. I just love that moment, and love everybody looking at you, not liking you. You're making great plays, and they're booing you, and it gives you motivation, and that's what brings the passion out. And I just released that to all my teammates, and
30 seconds. Wrap it up, please.
And they want to relish the moment as well.
Dillon, KU hasn't played a close game in this tournament. You feel like that could be an advantage for you guys? You played 2 close ones and survived this. You feel like you have to put some pressure on them?
For sure, we've been in those moments, and but KU's been in those moments all year. They play a hard schedule with one of the greatest conferences in the country, and they know what they're doing. They got a great coach, and Bill Self, that's been in those moments his whole career, and it's just going to be a great game, and it's going to be a fast-paced game, and both teams are going to be confident playing loose.
What should come to mind when people think about Oregon basketball? What should it come to?
We're a together team who loves each other like family, and is very unselfish, and wants one goal and respect and and guys just want to play hard and have a lot of heart.